Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, everybody. I just want to say hello to everybody. Today is May 14th, 2021, Friday, of course. And welcome to the girls' room. And I would be Lynn. Um, the ladies are on vacation, so it's just us. Ro said that she might chime in, so I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be short and abbreviated, y'all, because as you can see, I am so tired. Like, I'm ready to go home and just lay down. Like, this weather is really doing something to me. So, it's been a long work day, so I'm ready to go home and just chill out. But me and Ro talked earlier. And I don't know if you guys know or not, but lately we just been like just flowing off of whatever comes to mind. When we first decided to do this little vlog, as I used to call videocast, um, we decided that we didn't want to be scripted. We wanted to like flow so we can be real. You can see our real reactions, I get our honest opinions, hear what we think. We can get y'all feedback and it just be real. Like we just a family, just loving on one another and just being real, just showing you who we are as a family. A lot of y'all, if you've been viewing us from the beginning, you know that we are a little ADHD and ADD, and we can never stay on task or topic. But tonight it should be interesting. Um, I am going to try to stick to one thing. I'm gonna try to. I'm not sure how good I'll be at it, but y'all just pray for me. Just pray for me. Um, so earlier today, when Ro checked in with me because she's celebrating one of her kids' birthdays this weekend. Tori's celebrating her husband, and the two other two ladies, of course, businesses are blowing up, and so um, we're just grateful for what God is doing. But when Ro called me earlier, she was talking about her and the kids on their way. They are in Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. They were talking about just how kids these days are entitled, or we as parents, or how we as parents sometimes we overcompensate for whatever reasons, and that causes them, our children, to be ungrateful or feel like, oh, we supposed to do that. Newer age kids. So I was telling her, I was like, man, that's a really good conversation to have, Ro, because when she was explaining her side and what her kids were talking about, and some of the ladies that she's with down where she's at, when she was explaining it, I was just sitting and I'm taking in what she's saying, and then it's like a reel goes through my mind about my life. And I say to her, like, dang, bro, you know something? You're right. Like, before my life took a drastic change back in 2016, 17, I was one of those parents that I was going to make my daughters, not my son, because my sons know the hard knocks of life. Um, because as my son be say, we got it out the mud together. Like they saw mom struggle. But the grateful thing about my daughters is that when they came along, I was in a different stage in my life. I was able to give them some of the things that my sons were not privy to. It never crossed my mind for me to even show my sons some of these things. And so prior to my life taking that change, I was one of those ones like, hey, I was the hard mom. My family called me the drill sergeant when it came to my kids. And that's real talk because I just don't play no games when it comes to kids. Like my family didn't play no games when it came to me. And one of my sisters who raised me, she was in the military and I lived with her. And so everybody who ever been in military life, experienced military, you know how that goes. Like when they say something, it ain't no smacking, no talk back. Oh, ain't none of that. Oh, no. You really would be picking yourself up off the floor. And that's no exaggeration. And so that's how I raised my kids. I just didn't play no games as it relates to my sons. But when my girls came along, um, at the time they were born, I was a single mother. Eventually, I became married. And so you can do more with two than you can with one. The boys were older. And so now it's pretty much like it's just me and my daughters and a husband and their biological dad. So just imagine the chaos. What one father wouldn't do, the other one would do. And I used to say to them all the time, like, y'all know they gonna get older, right? And they'd be like, okay. And their biological daddy used to say to me, they can have whatever they want. And I used to be like, I watch what you say now. Now this is when they're younger. They go get older, so they older now. And so when my life drastically took a change, and because that was the mentality of their fathers, um, when two-parent household becomes one, and they are used to, oh, this is what I want. Okay, you won't do it. I ain't gonna call this one. And it's done just like that. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, walking around 100, 200, $300. Mama ain't gave it to them. And of course, they didn't learn the value of a dollar. They still haven't learned the value of a dollar. And so I have a conversation, me and Ro in this conversation. I said, you know something, Ro? Earlier this week, man, I looked at my credit card statement. Do you know the girls don't spend $942 and some change on my credit card statement? And I'm like, really? Now, mind you, they have been working, so let's call it their allowance. But still, I'm 40 plus. They ain't even in their 20s yet. And this is all within maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. $942 on their mama's credit card. And so every time they swipe my credit card, and I'm like, I get a notification, I'm calling. Like, where y'all at? What are y'all doing? And I'm going to get an answer. And I'm going to say, okay. And I hang up the phone. Am I overcompensating? Yep, I am. And you know why? Because in 2016, 2017, 2018, whatever year it was when my life, their life changed drastically. They went from a 2-parent home to a 1-parent home. Their fathers afforded them a life. Their parents afforded them a life. It's nothing to brag about. It's just that to God be the glory. My daughter's junior year and her senior year, she was able to drive a Mercedes Benz to school. And now at the age of 19, she can say to me, Mom, oh, I'm going to spend $60 on my nails. Like it's nothing. And y'all, I don't want y'all to know that think that I'm bragging or nothing. But as young women, their fathers gave and gave and gave, and just because one walk away and the lifestyle that you had prior to him walking away, or however it went away, however when he's gone, I don't want them to think that just because dad ain't here, that I can't do what I was doing before. I don't want them to ever think that they have to go out here and do whatever to live or get the things that they were that easily or was readily available to them before. That's just my mindset. But in me making it so readily available to them, they're not learning the value of a dollar. And that's real talk. Because I just said to my baby girl, who is 18, earlier today when she called me and said, oh, Ma, look at my new wig. Ain't it cute? And I say, how much it cost? Oh, it was only $40. Like, $40 is nothing. You see where I'm at? I'm sitting in my office. It is 8:28. I've been working since 6 o'clock this morning. And yeah, they help whenever a little bit. But I don't even go and just go buy $40 on a wig that I know that I'm gonna give them to Tuesday. It's gonna be in the garbage. It's gonna be on the floor. It's gonna be somewhere. It won't be on their head. And if they keep it past there, to God be the glory. But I told her this just when she was telling me about this wig. We gonna sit down and we gonna have a financial management class, because I don't want y'all to think that money just miraculously show up in my account. To God be the glory, and I give glory to God that I'm able to do what it is that I'm doing. Y'all, no, nobody but God. Like, it ain't nothing that I do that's so great. I just love God, and when my money come, I just do what I need to do. I do right by people. I do right by God, and whatever it is that He blesses me with, I try to be a great steward. I try to. Am I perfect? No, I'm not. Do I fail? Yes, I do. But I don't stay there. I get up and I try to sow seeds. It's important to sow seeds. And I want my babies to know that, hey, y'all don't understand it yet, But eventually, in years to come, y'all will understand that your mama is able to do what she do for you, for others, for her family, because of the fact that she loved God, she sow seeds, and when she get the blessings, I don't go spend it frivolously on stuff that I'm just know I'm going to throw away. So that's what me and Ro was talking about earlier today. And I know we got people watching, and I would love to see what you guys' thoughts are about that topic, because it is an amazing topic. Our kids are so precious, and we want them to be better, do better, have more than what it is that than we have, what we have. But are we doing it at the expense of making them not appreciative and not grateful of what it is that they have? And just while I was talking, I thought about another thing that, Ro was talking about, and she was saying about spending quality time. Like, it's a lot of single family homes. I mean, single parent homes, and that's male and females. So, and she was saying, when we was talking about finances, how some men believe that if they are a provider, and if they send a check, that's all they need, that they don't need to spend time with their children. And I was discussing with her, like, that's the further thing from the truth. But, men have been programmed from years that they are to be the provider. So, of course, in their mind, they is like, I gotta go work, I gotta go work, I gotta go work. I ain't got time to spend time with you. I ain't got time to spend time with the family. I ain't got time to spend time with no kids because I got to go work. And that's just their mentality. But she was saying with her kids, as they was traveling down to Murrells Inlet, that one of her daughters, which is 19, I think Marzi is 19, she was saying that how it's not about the finances, that it's about the quality time. And I totally agree. And it's amazing that a 19-year-old understands how important time is. Like, that's one thing that I don't waste, is my time. Because we never know when our last day is on this earth. And do you want to sit around knowing that, hey, dang, I wasted my life doing nothing, worried about this, worried about that? It's time out for that. And I ain't gonna waste your time, and I don't want nobody to waste my time, because it is valuable. Hey, y'all, let's look. Ro is calling. Let's see what she's talking about. What's up, girl?
I'm trying to log on and can't. So send it to your through the text message.
Oh, okay. I will. Will do. So Ro is trying to join us. Let's see if we can get her. But as I was saying, as we try to get Ro hooked up on him, time is valuable. Like, everybody be thinking it's money. Oh, I don't want to waste my money. I don't want to waste my money. I don't want to waste my money. Oh, nah, for me. Let me tell you something. I spend millions on nothing. But I don't want to waste my time on nothing. I want to take the time that I have, and I just want to be laughing. I want to be loving. And I just want to be having fun with the people that are connected to me, the people who love me, the people, just like-minded people. It's time out for all that negative stuff, man. I don't even want to be around it. So don't even call my phone with it, like, because, hey, I don't even want to entertain it. It's too many great things that's going on and too many great things that we can focus on than to be sitting around being all negative and things. So don't waste my time. So as Ro prepare to on, come on, man, y'all, I can't wait until y'all see some of the things that we have in store for this year, man. God has really been blessing. God has really been blessing. Like, it's just been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. Like, sometimes I just sit and I'll be like, God, for real, this what I went through all of that to get to this. Like, sign me up again. I'm down. I'm down. It just feels good to get up and just don't have a care in the world, to have a different outlook on life. It really does. It just really, when you get to your happy place, and I hope these tears don't start falling. Because when I just think about all that I went through to get to this point, it is so great. Y'all, these are happy tears. So just know that to be here, to be at a peace, ooh, that passes all understanding. I don't think nobody know how great that feels when you get up and your heart smiles. Your heart. That's what I've been experiencing these last couple of weeks. And I'm so grateful to God. And it's like, even when the enemy try to come, I'll be like, oh God, really? And I just laugh it off in my heart. Like, I'm just so grateful, like, where I'm at. I'm just so grateful, y'all. I just had to share that with y'all. And I'm sorry, like, you know something? Crying is good sometimes. That's men and women. Crying is good. I'm just so happy. I'm just happy in him. I'm just happy. I'm happy that my kids are happy. I'm happy that my family is happy. Whew. Y'all don't know. Don't nobody know. Nobody knows. Bam. Nobody knows. Don't nobody know. Nobody knows. And so I'm just gonna share this little bit of this testimony. Like, it just, sometimes we just complain about when it seems like the bottom falls out. Like, God, why are you taking me here? I don't even know what you're doing, but this for somebody. Like, I don't know why, but I know this for somebody, because God wouldn't be taking me here, because we was going a whole different way. But in life, oftentimes we believe that when the bottom falls out, that God don't hear us, or that He has this awful plan for us, and that, like, oh my God, I must have did something wrong. But that's the furthest thing for the truth. Let me tell you. I just want y'all to know, like, the furthest thing from the truth. So I told y'all at the beginning that, like, I went through a drastic change, like, in my life between 2016 and 2018. And I just felt like the bottom had fell out. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I was like, oh God, what I'm going to do? Like, I didn't know this is the life that I've prayed for. I asked you for. And God, I don't know what I'm going to do, but whatever you do, I'm going to trust you. So I walked through that valley. And so now that I'm on the other side of it, like, y'all, these are tears of joy, like, for real. I'm just telling y'all my testimony. Like, now when I walked through that valley, I did think I was going to die, y'all. Oftentimes I would sit in my bedroom and I could see like the death cloud sitting in the corner waiting just to come and take me. But I just remember laying on my bed one morning and I told God, like, if you get me up out here, I do what you want me to do. That's what I said to him, right? And so I just got up. It was mornings that I got up and I showed up. It might have been 10% of me showing up, but nobody knew it. They thought it was all of me, but it was only 10% of me and 100% of God. Thank you, God, for being my strength. And I kept on, and as I kept on, God continued to give me the strength. And soon, the next thing you know, man, I was like, God, for real, this where I'm at? And so at the beginning of the week, I had been telling God, like, I know you up to something. I don't know what it is. I know you up to something. When I can't eat and I can't sleep, God is up to something. So I got a family member that's incarcerated. And y'all, I ain't gonna say her name, but just pray for her. And she called me and she said, Aunt Lynn, I just thank you for the book that you sent me, but it's hard, because it causes me to deal with me. Thank you, God. And so she kept on, and I said, something, baby girl, it's okay, That's what God do when he take you in that valley. So she said, but Aunt Lynn, would you get the book and would you do it with me? And I said, yeah. And so while we talking, I got the phone. I downloaded the book on my phone, and I downloaded the book on my phone. And when I downloaded the book on my phone, I started reading. And I was like, oh, God, dang, this is real deep. Like, for real. Like, now I saw why she was saying, Aunt Lynn, it's hard. Like, but as I skimmed through it, because, when they incarcerated, we only have a limited amount. So I told her, you just do the first and the second chapter, and I'm going to do it with you. And so if you have to keep on calling me, we're going to discuss it. And we're going to try to get through it. And if we need to stop, if we need to cry, if we need to talk about it, if it's stuff that you don't need to understand, that's what I do, right? And so as I'm going through this book, like, because, I don't been there. In that valley of the shadow of death experience, when you feel like ain't nobody there but nobody but you, when you just feel like God ain't even there, but he there. Like, I don't been there. And so I'm reading this stuff and I'm like, God, for real, like, y'all, I didn't even know to order that book, but she called and was like, she need a book. So, if they ask, I do. It ain't my money, it's God money. And I like having an unlimited bank account. So I don't mind if, people in need, I don't mind. Like, so I sent it to her. I saw this book and God said, send it to her. And so I'm looking at it. And, when I'm going through it, I'm like, God, I remember. Like, this must be an assignment for me, for her, to help her, to assist her, to encourage her while she's walking through her valley of the shadow of death, man. Whew, Jesus. Because I remember those nights. I remember those nights during 2016 through 2018, 2019, whenever, however long it was, when my friends, my girls would get up in the middle of the night and drive all the way to Kannapolis, North Carolina, 20, 30, 40 minutes at night, 1, 2. It didn't make a difference when I didn't know what I was going to do, how I was going to make it. But they sat there with me, praying me through. And I wanted her to know that while she was locked up, that, hey, ain't nothing more important than me sitting on the phone and encouraging you, even if that mean I got to read the book to you, even if that mean I got to explain it to you, even if it didn't make a difference. So I just thank God that he took me through that, because if he wouldn't have took me through what I went through, I wouldn't have been able to encourage her this week and say to her, you know something, you got this, girl. We gonna make it through this. We gonna make it through this. So y'all, these are tears of joy. And Ro was sitting backstage. Let's add her in. Add her in. What? Should have known. Should have known. Should have known. Where
What's
y'all
going
at?
We are at Carson's and Carter and them Lake House.
Who?
Carson and Carter.
Oh, how far is that from y'all?
Like 15 minutes.
Oh, so your son there now.
So we came to see him.
That is what's up. That's a real family vacation.
Yeah, that's what took me so long. I was on the road leaving from bonus daughter thing. We had went out to like the boardwalk or something down here in Myrtle Beach, where they got like Ripley's Believe It or Not aquarium and a whole bunch of other little shops and stuff like that. And I was first, so then my son came down and he like come through. So we was on the road coming through there to see him. That's why I was late, y'all. I'm sorry.
And you just told Carter that you was coming down there to their lake house. And look how that manifested.
Yeah,
you just said that.
I was playing. Way I was like, why not? And then they wanted to be around some water. So yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's
Here. Up. Yeah, Carson is out to dinner, so she not here right now. So it's just me and the kids.
Man, that's what, when I get off of here, I'm going to grab me something to eat. Man, I got to get up. Man, I got a busy day tomorrow, man, again. Like it's
and I like what you was talking about, because it basically brought me back to the time when I was locked up. For y'all who don't know, a little bit of my story is
okay. Talk to them right quick. Let me. I got to run away. Go ahead.
A little bit of my story is I was married to someone who is a schizophrenic and most people know that. And so he flipped out one night, and I had to defend myself. So as a result, I ended up stabbing him 5 times. And the first charge that I got was attempted murder. When they put the handcuffs on me, put me in the car, they basically told me I was under arrest for attempted murder because, like, I really messed him up. But it was a situation where it was his life or my life. And, when it come down to that, every time you better choose yours. I don't care who it is, child, mother, father, whoever, you better choose yours. So that being said, I went to jail. And, I'm the type of person who I really do be accountable for what I do. Like, if I do some bullshit, I'm going to stand there and wait for the police to get there. Because if I did it, you know what I'm saying, it was one of them situations where it was life or death, or I didn't thought about the consequences and I'm good with whatever happened. So I went to prison. I went to jail. And while I was in there, it wasn't like most people go to jail. And this is not to make light of jail at all. I'm not making light of it because jail is not a place for no one. But in my experience from it, it was one of the best places I could have been at that time, because I didn't go to jail for me. I went to jail for another purpose. And yes, I did something to cause myself to go there. But at the same time, while I was there, God used that time to minister to me and, show me some things about my life, about my marriage, about my children. And it was just funny because that whole night, it was different women who kept coming through, and everybody was in there for assault, on their husbands or something. So the guards and stuff were making light of it and like, damn, what's this, beat a nigga ass night tonight or whatever. He was like, all y'all women coming in here for flipping on y'all men and doing something to them. And we was like, basically we getting tired of, being mistreated or whatever. But that wasn't my story, but that was theirs. But anyway, so yeah, I was in there and I got a lot of rest, and I needed that because I was going through some things, and I had just recently got out of mental health. I had checked myself into mental health because I had lost it. Like I was just going through just in my marriage period. It was toxic, and so yeah, I checked myself into mental health. I had got out of that, and next thing you know, I'm in jail for attempted murder. And so my uncle had just finished preaching his trial sermon, and it was a song that he kept singing by Fred Hammond. And I can't remember what it is right now, but for some reason that song kept coming up in my head, and I kept singing it. And a lady came through, and she said, "You want to go to church tonight?" And I was like, I'm in jail. I ain't doing nothing else. So where else I got to go? So I went to church that night. And while I was in there, I was telling a lot of the young ladies my testimony on how I had been in an abusive relationship, how my husband was on drugs and, a whole bunch of other stuff. And, just basically things that a lot of us women go through. And in that, me telling my testimony, a lot of girls got their healing and their breakthrough. Because sometimes when you're going through what you're going through, you feel like you're the only person who is going through what it is you're going through. And to just know that not somebody who's being paid, because it's a difference when you in situations like that and it's people being paid to be, be empathetic towards you and be like, oh, yeah, I know. And we all gonna get through and all this and then the other. But if you ain't never been through no real life situations, people coming up to you saying stuff like that, it's like bull or whatever. But the fact that I am who I am, and anybody who knows me know that I'm a book. People, what my it ain't, it ain't. But for real, I mean, they needed to get somebody real place that they had been in. To know exactly. And I'm sorry I'm getting emotional, but if you ain't never been in if you ain't never been legit with somebody again, I'm sitting here like thinking, here it is that I'm gonna go to prison for murder. You in a place by yourself, but anyway, he called her, and I was just happy. And God, but then we happy to be in jail, and I was like, nah, I'm good. It was just he me back to the place. Do you trust me, Abraham? And he told him, trust me. And Abraham didn't have that. If God told him to sacrifice, that he would make a way. And so I said, well, God, if you put me in this situation, you know that my heart was pure. I didn't do it out of malice. I wanted him dead or anything like that. It was just more so me protecting myself. And so I sat in jail, y'all, for a week. And during that time, like I said, I talked to a whole lot of girls from different walks of life. I talked to Hispanics, I talked to white women, I talked to Black women, from different walks of life. And it just showed me that, y'all, it don't matter where I'm from, what our culture is. We as women go through the same thing. We just go through them in different ways. And a lot of the people would say that, we're weak or whatever because we stay in relationships that are toxic, or, what we shouldn't, we stay like we're supposed to be. But you when you see somebody and this is what y'all call unconditional love, okay? It's easy for you to say that you love somebody when things go wrong. When the rainbows, the sun is shining, it's easy to say, oh, I love him. I love him to death, dude. Hard. I to the end of the world, I die for them. But when you're in a situation where you love someone unconditionally, that means whether they do good, whether they do bad, right or wrong, it's only certain people that have that type of love. Because loving somebody unconditionally is not about you, it's mostly about them.
Yeah.
And you find that the people that you love unconditionally, you see something in them that nobody else sees. And it's sort of how God does us. Like, we make mistakes all the time and we do things that we don't have any business doing. But when he says he loves us conditionally, he loves us unconditionally. And we as people do things wrong on purpose. Like, you ain't supposed to do certain things. Like, I'm going to do me. I don't care what nobody thinks. And yet you have someone who still loves you even in your mess. That is loving you unconditionally. That is why women stay in abusive and toxic relationships, because they feel like that if I love this person enough, that they're going to change and they're going to do what I need them to be or what I want them to be. Yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, it's crazy to think like that, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And if you've never loved someone unconditionally, whether they did wrong or gave you the word, then you can't say that it's crazy. Because love is worse than a drug. When I tell you it's worse than a drug, people do things for love that they wouldn't normally do for
No,
any.
that is so true. That is so true. Girl, you talking tonight. That is so true. Mm.
Yep. And if y'all got loved ones, and I don't know why, but if you got loved ones that are locked up, you know what I'm saying, please send them a letter. Even if you don't do it but once a year, because I'm telling you, I'm one of them people. I don't write letters. I accept a phone call, but I ain't writing letters and doing it. And it ain't because I feel some type of way. It's just I don't really have time to sit down and write and put thought
And yep,
together. And that's what I
that's
think.
true.
I don't think it should just be something that you do. I think it should be something that you put out into, and people have gotten away with that because we got. But it used to warm people's hearts just to get a call. You know what I'm saying? Like your birthday come around or anything, somebody give you a card. It makes you feel good. Thought about some, and then if somebody wrote you a letter, oh my God! And especially if it was more than one page, you couldn't wait to see what they were talking about. But we've
Yeah,
done away with that.
yeah, because they email, text, and they call now, girl.
Right?
But
Everything is so.
but still, it's nothing wrong with loving your loved ones that's locked away. And we got to stop being so judgmental all the time too. Like for real. Like, I get it. I get it. Everybody is raised different. Everybody look at life different. But we got to stop being so judgmental.
Yep.
And so I said this to Ro a couple of days ago, and and this is for real because I have to stop sometimes and even do a self check on Lynn. But y'all really just think about all the things that you've done, and I ain't talking about. Don't think about it with your mind, about it from your heart. Think about all those things that you've ever done in life, good, bad, ugly. Just think about stuff that other people might not know. Nobody but you and God that you say nobody would ever know. You just think about those things. To God be the glory that you didn't get caught.
Yep. That's the only difference here.
To
That's the
God be the glory. And so therefore, God wasn't a part of your journey. For the ones locked up, getting caught was a part of theirs. And so you can't tell God how to do it. And we can't be judging people. And y'all got to understand, when we point one finger, look at four of them that's pointing back at you.
Yeah.
And so that's what we got to do, because we all done been something. Girls, stop playing.
Yep.
Stop. We all done been something, myself included. But
Yeah.
we put on front like we ain't did nothing wrong, and oh, you so bad because you went to jail. And hey, I went to jail several times, a couple of times. I ain't gonna say several, but I've been there more than once.
I've
And
been there a couple of times.
that's my testimony. Like, that's my testimony.
You
You
never. I
can't
said that on Facebook
where
the
your
other day.
valley is.
Never know what journey you have to go through to get to your greatness. Some people, have a bunch of roads. Some people have mountains and hills. Some people have, a straight and narrow path. But that's not to say that you're less than someone else because you took another path, or, your life went in a different direction. Everything, and I'm learning this. The older I get, everything is about time and a season. Like, if you wouldn't have did some of the things that you did, would that really be the person you are now? Everything is about growing and learning.
Yeah.
Some of us have harder heads than others. They used to say a hard head makes a soft bottom, and that's for the people who don't believe that things that happen. And I used to be one of them. Like, my mom used to tell me, "You shouldn't do X, Y, Z because this is this." I would always say, "Because it happened like that with you, it ain't gonna happen like that with me, because I ain't you." And then I found myself growing up, and guess what? Some of the same stuff taught me. That
Yeah, that's true.
that's why people make me mad. Oh, marriage messed up. How she gonna tell me, her baby or whatever? They have to tell me something. The reason why they want me to tell you something is because 9 times out of 10, the things that we go through in life are not for us. Even though we're learning them, it's for other people, so they go through the same lessons we had to go through. Like, somebody has to be the in order to get it right. And so if I can take
Somebody.
from 10 years of heartache, by the story that I've been through, one of me. It's not saying my story is perfect. It's just saying that, look, I've been there, done it, and this is how it turned out for me. Not saying it turned out there for me like that, but baby girl, he, because history, it usually writes. You understand what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter what history it is, it writes. So know that girlfriend that won't leave Tyrone alone, you need to leave me alone. She tells you that because she know that he ain't Jack. And Tyrone started off like that too, which through, so you and Bootsy won't have to go through the same path. Maybe you talk
Yeah.
about it in different. It's not to say that you're supposed to leave Bootsy alone, but some just need to have a Bootsy. Hey baby, if I see some things going on before we go here, we need things to talk about. So don't just say your girlfriend don't know what to talk about. Hell, we all go through some shit. And I guarantee if you look at your life,
That's called life.
you will see that it's messed up. And I keep telling y'all, the more you try to convince other people that your shit don't stink, the more they smell it.
The more they smell it,
Right.
the more they smell it. That is so true.
Loud or whatever they was.
Like,
Yeah.
it's called life. I don't know. I was talking to one of my friends. They was talking about how, how this is going wrong, and hey y'all, I'm the wrong friend to call and talk about everything that's going wrong.
Mm.
And because I'd be like, what? And they, yeah, but everything is going wrong. But what I get is that people don't understand that life is called life. Like, it's not going to go good all the time. It makes it so much better if you look at it from a different perspective and have a different mindset about it. when you're going through, so you going through, you know, it's called through. It did say, oh, you going to stop,
Stop.
going stop. I was trying to find something to match. Like, it ain't say you going stop. It says you going through. If you know what through mean, that means you are traveling. It's a movement, which usually is forward. Hey,
And
but you
even if
going
it's
through.
backwards, even if it's backwards, it's okay because
Even
sometimes
if
you
it's backwards, it's okay.
value things in order to get, move forward and get it right. So it's okay if you
Correct.
take 2 steps backwards.
But we still not going stop. We going through.
Doing something. Yeah.
So I ain't one of those friends to call me, but this friend was calling, just talking about all the bad things that was going on. But you know, I've come to learn. I've learned to look at the good, the bad things as good things, because you got to understand those bad things. Without those bad things happening, how would you know what to do?
Mhm.
How would you know? So we look at them as bad. Why we can't look at them as good? Because without those things happening, when they come about the next time, I wouldn't know what to do. I ain't beforehand, before me going left, that if I went left, that I was gonna run into a brick wall. Now I know when I come up on this same turn, I can't go left. I got to go right if I want to keep on moving forward.
Yep.
And so when I said that and I shared that with them, I was saying, so that's what the Bible says, and that's what the word means when it says all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and those that are called according to His purpose. It's all good, baby. It's all good. It's all good.
And that's why I named my company Stepping Stones. I look at every part of my life, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the in between.
Mhm.
I use each one of those as a stepping point to become a better person and a better me. And if I can help anybody else do it, I'm gonna do it.
Let me tell you something. God got something good in store for somebody. Y'all, real talk. God got something in store for somebody. This ain't nothing that we talked about. Nothing. Like God took this thing around and we started talking about other stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
because
oh,
it's not topic for tonight. So,
this was not the topic for tonight.
no, because when we talked earlier,
No, it was not.
we were
But
talking about kids. Yeah, we was talking
girl,
about our kids because
I know. I started out talking about that. I did talk about that, but then God took it around. I don't, it was for somebody. And y'all, let me tell you something. When y'all go back and y'all look at this, don't get caught in these views. Let me tell y'all, social media is for like, I don't get caught up in the views. Even if y'all view this and y'all see it as one person viewing one heart, don't get caught up in that. Because like real talk tonight, I don't know who that was for. Like God took us around the bend. This wasn't even what we were supposed to talk about. And this is why I just love God, and I don't take my relationship with him. Like I don't play about that. Like this real talk. Because I don't know who this is going to be for, but whoever it is for, and they're going to know because God is going to lay it on their heart. He's going to say, hey, I want you to go watch this. That's just how my daddy worked, y'all. But whoever it is for, and y'all, whoever it is, y'all know who you are. I just want you to know, and I want you to stay encouraged that, God love you.
yeah,
Like for real. And this is why I want you to know that God love you. It's going to be specific things that are said in this episode tonight on the girls' room. It's going to be specific things that you prayed and you asked God for. And God is going to have you watch this so he'll know that I heard. I don't want you to think that when you are crying out to me, asking what it is that I needed to do, what direction I needed to move in, how did I needed to floor, what did I needed to say. I want you to know I'm in right now. My office is in Concord, North Carolina. Where you at, bro? In South Carolina.
Merle Inlet.
South Carolina. And I don't know where you may be, but I just want you to know that God had us to shift this entire show for you.
Thanks, sir.
Be encouraged, like for real, be encouraged. God did it for me. I'm a living, breathing testimony. I did it for real. I witnessed stuff for her. He'll do it for you. Don't give up. Don't give up. See, you right at the end of your breakthrough. You right there at that door, like you're right there. And if you give up, you miss out on everything. It's all worth it in the end. It is all worth it in the end. I can say that now. I can say that now. Thank you, God. Y'all, I'm being vulnerable tonight because I want that person to know that God did it for me. And if he did it for me, he'll do it for you. You know, at the time my husband left, I thought it was the worst thing, y'all. I just want you to know I thought it was the worst. I didn't think I was going to live. I didn't think I could breathe. I didn't think I could move. I thought I was stuck in time. I didn't know how I was going to be present, how I was going to show up, but God did it for me. He did it for me. He did it. He'll do it for you. I thought it was the worst thing at the time. But as I sit here on this day, May 14th, 2021, if God is my witness, one of the best things that I could have did was call my ex-husband, my husband, whatever, to call him and say to him, the best thing that you could have did was walked out and left. That was the best thing that you could have did for me. You know what that caused me to do? You know, that valley of the shadow of the death that caused me to deal with me and to trust God and to see God do some things that, oh my God, that I didn't think that, oh my God, that he was able to do. I knew he was going to do it. I knew he was able to do it. Let me recap that. But I didn't think he would do it for me. But he did it for me. So look at this. I just want you to know, do not give up. Don't give up because he's going to do it. I don't care how many nights you got to cry. I don't care how many you got to call your friend, whoever they is, even if that means you got to call us. Don't give up. Right there. And to get up every morning and your heart smile, oh my God, go from pain,
Yes.
grief, oh my God, you smile on the outside, but in the inside, you just breaking over and over. It don't stop. But when you smiling on the inside, man, it was all worth it.
Yep.
When I tell tell my spiritual mentor all the time, if I could go, if I had to do it over, if I had to do it over for anybody, if God said, Lynn, I'm going to use you for somebody again, sign me up, God. It's the thing going through. Because you smile, you'll laugh. I laugh all the time. Like, we just be stupid for no reason. Like, we just laugh all the time. We just be laughing. And like, these tears are tears of joy because I know what it feels like. This is just me being vulnerable because I want you to get your healing. So I just thank you for to us. Huh? What you say?
I was talking about the little dog in here.
Oh my God. Let me tell you something. God is just so amazing, girl.
I know. But to Lynn, you know, what you were saying, that is so true. Like when me and my husband separated, I thought it was the worst thing in the world too. But even though I knew I was time to let it go, it still hurt because that's somebody that I've spent 15 years with. And so 15 years is a long time to be with somebody and just say, you know what, it's done. And so, yeah, it really did hurt. But now looking back, here it is a year later. When I tell you, baby girl is living a blessed life. When I say a
Yeah.
blessed life, I'm doing things. I've lost
Oh
40
yeah.
pounds. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at
Really
myself
different.
now. I do look. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
like step I grew back, boo. Like for real. So telling for all you ladies out there, and I love somebody unconditionally too, to the point where
Yeah.
right, wrong, right, die, all of it, 15. Okay. But when I tell you, when it gets to the point where your stuff starts interfering with mine, and I no
It's,
longer feel who I am as a person, it is time to reevaluate the situation. Either you're going to have a conversation and change things, or you're going to be like, oh, what his old boy say, Teddy Pendergrass, I think I better let it go. For real. Because when I say you will feel so much better, it feels good every morning now. I don't have to wake up to this attitude beside me.
correct.
I don't beg somebody to do something that they supposed to do. Like, you got kids, you know what I'm saying? You want to help me with the kids. You know, that simple stuff. You bring your check home, yeah, but where the rest of you at? You know what I'm saying? Not only that, but I don't like your mama don't like, but you always at her house and she telling you to leave me. Come on, bro. And then, like I said, you want to help take care of the kids, but every time you turn around, ask me for, hey, what they do?
They don't do that. Which, hey,
I'm going to work every day, you know what I'm saying? Standing on my feet for 40 hours at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? $9.75. And he dropping me off so he can go back home and play PlayStation with his friends, smoke weed out of.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold. We don't took a whole turn. What is happening at?
I'm,
What is happening at?
This somebody's situation. Somebody. It ain't me.
Hey, y'all, disclaimer,
Some,
woman. That's it.
that's somebody.
No,
Okay. But I'm telling you, you just think about this.
don't
I
be
ain't telling
quiet. 'Cause you know.
you to leave Tyrone. But I'm gonna tell you this, okay? If you get dropped off at work every day and Tyrone is going home and he is sitting with his friends every day, all day, baby, okay, it's time for you to evaluate the situation. Because if you taking care of home by yourself and Tyrone is not contributing nothing but a plant, baby, I can take you to a store where they come in all different sizes, colors,
Oh
shapes.
my
They heat
Jesus.
up,
Y'all
they cool
know.
down, they
Okay,
glow.
so if y'all looking at this, y'all know
And
we ADHD.
leave Tyrone where he at, okay? Until Tyrone get some better help or a job or
Really
hustle
bad.
or something, leave him where you and your kids, okay? I promise you will be able to take care of them without Tyrone. because you're doing it. Okay. You just got an extra taking care of man. Just so happen to be grown. That's all.
Girl, you was crazy.
You know I'm saying, don't play.
You was
And
nuts.
I'm saying this, y'all, because this used to be me, like for real. My husband used to, not the one I'm with, I just left, but the first one. Like literally, he would drop me off at work, and he would go pawn my car, y'all. Like literally, we go pawn my car to the dope man while I was at work. Okay. He never was late picking me up. Now he never was late. The people gave my car back in time, but you know, like I left him alone. I found out that this is what he was doing, so I used to be her. So I know it goes on. So don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. It happens to the best of us. But that was when I was in my 20s, okay? That was 20 years ago. So I'm telling you 20 years later that if this is you, okay, tell Tyrone that if he's not going to look for a job, and if he don't have one at the end of the week, because it's not hiring signs all up and down the road, that he gonna need to find him some other type of transport.
Tyrone got his own job, girl. He got
No,
his own business.
We're not talking about no entrepreneurships that's only making $5 a week. And if he's hustling, let me tell you
$5 a week really wrote.
ladies.
You
If he's an
was crazy,
entrepreneur,
girl. I knew this was about to get crazy.
Yeah,
Bro,
I'm telling you, if that is the case, okay.
He has his own job.
Let me school.
You know,
Let me
he is.
Listen, for real, I'm finna give y'all some dope etiquette, okay? Now, y'all listen to this, okay? This is for all the women out here who mess with hustlers, okay? So, when your man got his package, okay? Now, you're supposed to make money off that package. You're not supposed to be coming back home saying, babe, I ain't make no money. Babe, I'm gonna need $20 to re-up. Babe, you know what I'm saying? None of that, okay? Because if he a real hustler, it don't matter what the circumstances is, he's gonna get bring money home. So if you're bringing money home and he's out until 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, he is hustling you, which means that he's like the mess,
Let's get that yoke.
or he has some habits that he may have. Because there's no way that a man until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and then not bringing money home. Like you just
He is hustling.
No, that's like going to work for free, and we don't do that. No, hustling backwards.
He ain't going to work for free now.
And that's what I'm saying. So if you leave my house at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you say, babe, you drop me off at work, and you say, babe, you know I gotta go make some moves and do X, Y, and Z. And I get off from work at 5 o'clock, and you come pick me up, and you drop me off at home and say you gotta go back out here, gotta go make some more money, and then you don't get home until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Boo boo, Tyrone is you. He either cheating on
And tell
you.
me, whose car is he supposedly be driving? Is his car right?
No, yours, girl.
I don't know nothing about that because it can't be mine.
What do you want?
That's sad.
Oh, okay, come on. But yeah, so if you have any other additional, you are more than welcome to inbox me because
So he driving your car while you at work. He don't drop you off at 8. So supposedly you get off at 5. So he don't have your car from 8 to 5. Now he don't pick you up. When he pick you up, take you home and drop you off. Now he got to go back to work.
Yeah, no, not back to work, back to hustle.
Hustle.
Yeah. And then when you come and say, babe, I need money to pay the light bill. He say, boo, I gotta go make some more money. I ain't got it right now. But he been hustling all week.
Plasma. He can go to Plasma. He get paid more. I mean,
that's the point I'm making. You can go out here and kick a dog and make $1, okay? Because somebody gonna think that shit funny and pay you for it. So it's no excuse for Tyrone to be sitting at home all day. Like for real. No,
I mean, but hey,
unless
some women want they man at home in the bed all day long or at home all day. I'm just
baby,
not.
I'm just gonna tell you this, like I told you before, whatever works for your family, because there was a point that
Yeah,
mine,
I mean, hey, I'm
that
dating. I
my
can
family,
take care of it.
it wasn't because he was just being a bum and wanted to stay home, okay? But you're right. To each his own, and if you like it, I love it, okay? But
I love it. I mean, hey,
I'm
I
just
don't want
letting
to
you
be in nobody's relationship. It's too hard. I don't want to
don't
be in
come
no. I don't care if that's what you like. Hey, that go for it.
right. Because I'm telling
Ain't no man laying up in my house and I'm at work. If I'm
you,
at work, at work.
in my
Well,
20s,
first, you need to be at
I
3 jobs.
I was
Cause
young and dumb.
and I like nice things.
Right. That's what I'm saying. In my
I like
20s, I
nice,
was young
nice, nice
and
things, and I don't like to hear that we ain't got. I don't been there before. I don't want to go back. I don't
but
want to
now,
go back.
hey, I'm not doing it either. Like at 40, like I say, it's not
Who?
going down. He not sitting at home all day while I go to work. It's not happening. And I ain't gonna sit at home all day while he go to work. Okay. If I'm sitting at
Nah.
home, it moves and it's money being made. Somewhere
I mean,
else.
it ain't nothing wrong with sitting at home. I hope you making like I said earlier, time. I hope you're productive with your time because there's nothing wrong with sitting out. Like works for your family. If you like that your man sit at home and you okay with going to work, hey, kudos to you. If you like it, I love it.
You,
If you like it that your man
yeah,
goes
that's what I'm saying. You.
you sit at home, hey, whatever works. I mean, because I did it. I sat at home. I family. But look, I did that. I sat at home. I raised a family. I was productive and I had some wonderful ideas. And look, they didn't want to partake of them, but to God be the glory, they're working. The ideas are working, and so it wasn't in vain. It wasn't in vain.
Well, I hate to but my phone is at 1%. So yeah, and I don't know where my charger
Yeah,
is.
and we about to get up off of here because we've been on for 112. Tonight was a good night. I'm so glad. I really enjoyed tonight. It was cool. I'm so glad. Thank y'all for tuning us. You know, we don't take it lightly that y'all stop by and visit our page or listen to us on Friday nights or just spend your Fridays with us. I'm Lynn.
And I'm your girl, Ro P. Hill, and we're signing out. Have a great night.
And we thank you for visiting and tuning in to the girls' room. We see you next week. Bye.